So this is just the flat. I'm gonna leave the entire fat cap on it today. We were very lucky to get brisket flats and pork spare ribs because we've been national brisket champions and national rib champions. Those are probably my two best categories. I'm not gonna do much trimming on a brisket flat because not only is fat flavor, but it also helps retain moisture in the actual meat. We're gonna inject this brisket flat. I want it to be as moist and flavorful as possible. My injection has vegetable proteins, phosphates, and beef flavoring. I'm gonna use a really good heavy coat of my all-purpose rub. My all-purpose rub is equal parts of salt and sugar, and then it's a lot of paprika, some chili powder, some cumin, some onion, some garlic that produces just a really fabulous slice of brisket with a great mouthfeel and a great flavor.
Where's our brisket at? I got it, man. I like to make sure it's uniform and it's gonna cook even, so I square it up the best I can. And we're cooking against two top cooks in this country. We're just a couple guys sitting there in North Carolina. We're not traveling the country like our grand champion guys down here. We're gonna inject this with a beef broth. I want a piece of meat that's very tender, and I think this injection will allow me to achieve that goal. Now we want to put some flavor on the outside of this. These rubs that we use are salt, sugars, paprika, some garlic powder, some onion powder. We just want to get like a mahogany color on these briskets. Exactly what we're looking for. And hopefully with the right amount of smoke, we'll be good to go.
I think we want to go old school, no injection. You don't want them to taste that beef. I don't want them to taste a lot of injection. A lot of times when you inject, it can put a strange flavor into the brisket. So that's one of the reasons we're not going to inject. We're going to leave this fat on here. If we can render that marbling out of that brisket, that's going to be just flavor. And I think with all the grand champions we've won, we know a little bit about what we're doing.
You want to grab a dry rub right here?
We have a great dry rub. Paprika is one of the main ingredients, and it's got brown sugar. Got a little bit of sweet on the front end, a little bit of heat on the back, and again, that goes with our flavor profile that we're looking for today. We want to be able to taste the beef.